Hey, Chuck Gallagher here, and I got a question. Have you ever felt like maybe your content's been hijacked? Hijacked? What the heck are you talking about, Chuck? Well, let me give you an example. Okay, you create a video, maybe it's your demo video or it's some other videos that you've created and you post it on your YouTube channel, and you're assuming that when someone is going to search for you or your topic area, well, they're going to find you on your channel. And obviously you want to be found. But go with me on this for just a second. E-speakers, and most of us as professional speakers are on e-speakers. If you're a Plus or Pro account, they give you the privilege of being able to post your videos actually on the e-speakers website. And e-speakers is like the hub for speaker content. Most all speakers bureaus and the National Speakers Association and our local chapters pull our content from e-speakers to feed their websites. So it's really the place you want to be. Okay, but what does this have to do with YouTube and YouTube subscribers, which is what we're talking about today? Well, e-speakers, in my opinion, has made a brilliant move in that they have taken the videos that we've placed in our accounts on e-speakers and posted them on their YouTube channel, the e-speakers YouTube channel. And from my perspective, again, that's brilliant. Why? Because not only can someone find me on e-speakers or on a Speakers Bureau website or on the National Speakers Association website, but they can also find my video on their YouTube channel. And their YouTube channel has 20,000 subscribers. Now, maybe you see it different, but I want my video to be found. And okay, let's stop for a second. Paul Jenkins, NSA member, has over 300,000 subscribers. Actually, it's closer to 400,000 subscribers. So Paul is a YouTube rock star. I've got 6,000 subscribers. I mean, it ain't too shabby, but I'm not a Paul Jenkins. Okay. But here's the thing, and this is why watching this video is important. A speaker friend, doing a simple YouTube search, found their video on the e-speakers YouTube channel before they found it on their YouTube channel, doing a YouTube search. Now, look, these are my terms. It's not their terms. But the feeling was, well, people should find my video on my site, not on somebody else's. And I totally get it. I totally get that. But here's the thing. If we want to be found on YouTube, we've got to play the game. And that means we need more subscribers. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through 4 basic things you need to know in order to grow your subscriber base to at least 1,000, if not substantially more. And I'd like to say that everyone who sees this will take action, but you won't. Now you should, but you won't. So here we go. Stick with me. And stick with me to the end of the video so you get all of the 4 techniques you need to know to grow your subscriber base. And at the end, I'll tell you why this is incredibly important. Number 1, make sure what you talk about in your video is something that you're an expert in or something that you're curious about. Now, for those of us as speakers, yeah, that's really easy because we're already considered thought leaders in our respective area. And let me just say this to be crystal clear. What your area is doesn't have to be sexy. The other day here at Primeau Productions, we were talking with a client that does high-grade plastics. I mean, plastics that create manifolds that go into supersonic airplanes, that kind of plastic. And we were looking at YouTube videos and a competitor out in California that does machining. Yes, machining. This is not sexy. Had over 561,000 subscribers. So if you're good in your area, there's a market for it. But let's go to number 2 really quick. If you want to continue to receive videos, by the way, subscribe to the button below, okay? That's a technique. Now, look on YouTube at your niche market, for example, mine is business ethics, and find out what other people are doing. Okay? It's easy to look at videos where they're getting thousands of views and see videos where they're getting tens of views. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't want to reinvent the wheel. So here's the deal. Find someone else's videos that work and then replicate that process. Okay, look, get it. YouTube YouTube works by finding videos that are being viewed, and then they push those more and more. So if you identify 20 to 30 videos in your niche market that will work or that do work, it helps you determine what kind of content your audience is interested in, and your potential audience is going to therefore tell you what titles you should be using and what formats you should use to create your content. Now, I feel like Forrest Gump. I'm not a smart man. So you don't have to assume you're smart enough to figure all this out on your own. Let someone else do the work. Take the lead. Use their model. Now, step number 3. This is the step that will stop people in their tracks. And so let me just stop here and say, it shouldn't. Don't let it be that death nail of your channel. But here's the deal. You have to post a lot of content and do it consistently. In fact, I am strongly going to suggest that you post something every day, 5 days a week for at least 6 months. Okay, I'll breathe. Yep, now some of you just clicked off right there. I can't do that. That's ridiculous. Holy moly, Chuck, how in the world would you do that? Well, that's where it actually starts to get easy. In the month of March, we're going to take a look at a number of AI platforms that will make the creation of your content so much easier. But let me suggest that you identify 25 YouTube titles in your niche that are getting attention. Let me stop and say that again. That are getting attention. And consider using artificial intelligence to help you write the content quickly. Now, I know for some of you this is like chalk on a chalkboard. I won't do it. But YouTube is not about depth of academic quality that you put out, but rather about the consistency and quantity that you put out. Like it or not, YouTube rewards people that feed the beast. By the way, as a side note, the easiest way to create this quick content is through YouTube Shorts, and we'll be talking about that in more detail whenever we play around with some AI in March. So stay tuned, by the way. Okay. Now, maybe I've been doing that or I've been too close to it, so why am I not getting the subscribers? That's a great question. Here's the answer. Make sure that you're already analyzing your content and improving on it. What is getting pushed? What is not getting pushed? In other words, look at your video content and see how many hits it's getting. Because occasionally we will stumble across something that, wow, people really seem to be interested in. And we need to replicate that. Okay? Now, what are the 3 reasons you don't get hits? Well, the topic isn't something that someone's interested in, 1, and that might mean you just didn't title it right. Don't just say business ethics module number 1. Nobody's going to search for that. They want to search for an answer to a question. So make your title a question that someone might search for. Okay, so it's either a topic nobody's interested in or you didn't get the watch time. In other words, people didn't watch your video long enough, and if they don't watch it long enough, YouTube won't push it. And third, you didn't wait long enough to give your video time to catch an audience. I typically look at my videos after 10 to 14 days to judge whether it was hitting the mark. You see, the biggest challenge I found in making sure is that you've got a hook at the beginning that's strong enough so people will watch the video to the end. And let me be honest, for me, that's a work in progress. Why do we do this whole video on subscribers? So let me get back to the story at the beginning. The eSpeakers video that was found on the eSpeakers YouTube channel compared to their own channel was a fact that eSpeakers had substantially more subscribers, substantially more views, and much more activity than their channel did. Now, I want to be crystal clear. That's not a criticism. It's just an observation. Here's the thing. We all have things taking place in our life. I mean, we don't just sit around living to say, oh my God, I've got to just keep everything posted on YouTube. I get it. But on the other hand, I searched my name and title after I found out my video was on the the eSpeakers YouTube channel, and my content on my channel came up first, and I was dominant in the category. So, how's it possible? Why didn't eSpeakers come ahead of my channel? Well, the answer is simple. I'm active in my channel. and highly focused in my niche. So when it comes to business ethics or business ethics keynote speaker, I dominate on YouTube. And more times than not, when someone reaches out and inquires about my speaking at their event, they've already been to my channel, reviewed multiple videos, and have an idea of what I bring to the table before we ever have a discussion. It might seem daunting. I get it. But we're professional speakers. Our job is to do the best of our ability. And for some of us, that means we need to focus on taking advantage of the free service that's available at our fingertips. And the second largest search engine in the world is YouTube. So, hope you learned something here. Hey, and I'll see you next week as we bust into various forms of artificial intelligence. And as I've said before, hey, subscribe to the channel, because therefore you're always going to be getting this new and fresh content.